What is up? What is up? It is Odell Bazell reporting live from Grandma's Basement. Excited to be presenting this episode to you. Man, I remember one of my mentors saying to me that you can't make right decisions with wrong information. You can't make right decisions with wrong information. When I first wanted to be a public speaker, and I'm using air quotes if you can't see me, when I wanted to be a public speaker, I heard a guy that many of you might have heard of, Jim Rohn. I heard Jim Rohn speak in college. I was in a network marketing company and I saw Jim Rohn speak. I saw Les Brown speak, and I saw all these great speakers in like succession. I saw them back to back to back. And I just thought to myself, wow, I would love to speak like them. And when I made that decision, I wanted to speak like them. The reason why I said that you can't make right decisions with wrong information is that's not really what I wanted. That's what I thought I wanted, but that's not really what I wanted. What I really wanted was to have a business and a brand like them. That's what I really wanted. What I really wanted was to have the lifestyle that I perceived that they had. What I really wanted was to have the respect, the admiration that they had. And so a lot of speakers I find when you're speaking, or when your desire to speak is connected to a trauma or a pain in your life that you want to help save other people from. So you believe that if you're listening to this and you're a speaker, like that's a part of your business, and you believe that, okay, I'm going to get into the speaking business because I can get paid to give my message. And you believe that your deliverable is your business. That's the biggest mistake that all entrepreneurs make. They believe that their deliverable is their business. Write that down. If you don't understand what that means, write it down where you can come back to it. When I say you believe your deliverable is your business, so as a speaker, if I am a speaker, what do I get paid for? I get paid, and for those of you who've listened in, and I've said this 1,000 times by now, you get paid in speaking by two ways. Somebody pays you to speak on their stage, or you use speaking as a marketing medium to get business on the back end or the front end or both. So a lot of people that get into public speaking, they believe that their deliverable is what they should get paid for. I'm delivering a speech. I should get paid for that. A doctor, they believe that I'm dispensing valuable advice to my patients, to my clients, to keep them safe. So I'm in the medical business. I'm in that business. An attorney thinks that their business is, I do estate planning. So the thing that I deliver to you, that thing, whatever it is, that service, that's my business. That's a mistake. You can't make right decisions with wrong information. Can you make a lot of money doing that? Sure. A lot of people have. I have. I made a lot of money doing it. But when you make the small tweak that I'm talking about, you make more money with less effort than ever before. Here's the tweak. Everybody is in show business. Write that down. Everybody is in show business. Odell, I don't sing. I don't dance. I don't rap. I don't play the cello. Doesn't matter. I don't make movies. I don't write plays. Doesn't matter. You're in show business. You got to show me the solution to my problem, and then I'll buy from you. We are all trying to figure out how to get the attention of the people that have the problem that we can get paid to solve. That's what we're in business for. So when you make the mistake of believing that your deliverable is your business, then you focus on the deliverable and you don't focus on the show. Dan Kennedy, he says that everybody's in the business of marketing their deliverable solution. That's what we're in the business. I say show business. Dan Kennedy says everybody's in the business of marketing their deliverables solution. So you listening should be focused on understanding what the problem is. What's the problem? We get so focused on being the performer. We get so focused on being the service provider, the service deliverer, that we don't take the time to figure out, how can I get in front of as many qualified people as possible? How many qualified people can I get in front of to show my solution to? Really bad at that. Focus on doing that. That's the overall message that I wanted to start out with in the first 5 minutes or so. Get really good at focusing on how many qualified people can I show my solution to. There's a couple of layers to that I'm not going to go deep into, but I'm just going to say, who is your qualified client? A lot of people don't know that. Who's your qualified client? If you're a service provider and you're providing a service to individuals, then who is that person? If you're a service provider and you're providing a solution to an organization, to a company, who are the people that are going to make the decision to pay for my solution? You got to figure that out. Now, once you figure that out, I'm going to give you 4 ways to overcome that mindset that I talked about at the beginning. You've got to overcome. The first thing you got to do is decide to be a marketer and overcome the fact that you're not in the business of your deliverable. Whatever you think your business, I give speeches, I give medical advice, I give health advice, I am this. No. What you really do is you show people a potential solution to their problem in that industry. That's the business that you're in. That's the activity that you should be doing all the time, every single day, if that's what you do, or if that's what you aspire to do. So what I'm going to do really quick, I had one of my coaches tell me that I give away too much. Actually, just today, had a session today. Odell, you give away too much. You're teaching people too much. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I'd rather be guilty of giving away too much than not giving away enough. That's just how I roll. So I'm going to give you 4 ways to overcome the mistakes, or that mistake rather, with public speaking. Because publicspeakingprofits.com, if you go there, I have a web class coming up January 11th. The web class is for service-based entrepreneurs or individuals that want to make money with public speaking. You can go to publicspeakingprofits.com. If you're listening to this and the time has passed, then you'll still find some goodies there that you can get in on, and you can get in on our next training. There's probably going to be another one. But here are the four ways to overcome the mistake with public speaking. First, again, and this isn't the first way, but I want to reiterate, you need to decide to be a marketer. You need to decide to be a marketer. You need to decide to be a marketer. Public speaking is the greatest marketing medium of all time. It's undefeated. You can argue with me all you want to, but at the end of it, I'll be right. The reason why it's the best marketing medium is because it's the oldest marketing medium. But that's another story for another day. So once you decide to be a marketer, once you decide, okay, Odell, I buy it, I want to use public speaking, how do I do it? First, host a live inspirational/informational seminar. Inspiration sells like sex. And sex sells because it inspires us at a molecular, primitive level. I need you to get that. Not the sex part. I mean, you can get the sex part if you want to, but host a live inspirational informational seminar. I put this quote on social media the other day. I'll probably put it on Odell's whiteboard wisdom a little later this week. I don't know. But instead of trying to stand out in a crowd, build a stage. Instead of trying to stand out in a crowd, build a stage. So if you're tracking with me, you know at this point, you know who your ideal client is. If you're listening to this and you don't know who your ideal client is, then this isn't really going to make a lot of sense for you. But if you know who your ideal client is, host a live inspirational informational seminar for them. The reason why it has to be both inspirational and informational is because inspirational, remember, we're in show business. The inspirational part is the show. It's the passion. It's the lights. It's the camera. It's the action. This can be in person. This can be virtual. However you want to do it, whatever fits best for you. It doesn't have to be a gazillion people there. But I suggest if you sell a service and you're going to make at least $2,000 from that service, this works best for you. Number two, host a virtual summit. What's the difference between a virtual summit and a virtual online informational inspirational seminar? A virtual summit it basically teaches, and you're using collaboration with other like-minded people. So if I was talking to a doctor, I would say, depending on what type of medicine they practice, I would say do a doctor summit. You know, interview. You be the main person. You interview different doctors. You promote it, and you're giving away in the summit. The big takeaway is, I'm just using this as an example. Here's how not to get sick in the new year. And you interview a whole bunch of different doctors, and you target it towards your ideal client, and you sell tickets to it, or you give it away cheap or whatever. Maybe you sell the recordings and you give the summit away for free, whatever. And you work something out with those people. Host a virtual summit. Then third, interview your ideal client. I have suggested this for I think 3 years to my coaching clients, on podcasts, on lives. Nobody does this. It's the craziest thing. Nobody does it. And it is one of, I think it's the best, but I'm not really sure. I don't have numbers to support that. But in my opinion, I believe this is the best way to bring new people into your world. Interview your ideal client. That's why you have to know who that ideal client is. You got to know. If you know who your ideal client is, interview them. What am I going to interview them on? Create something. Podcast, YouTube channel, book project, whatever. Interview them. Here's the big thing when you do it this way. When you interview somebody, you're giving them two things that they crave every single day. You're giving them attention. We all crave attention. And you're giving them admiration. Everybody wants to be told they're pretty. Everybody. You want to hear, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so sexy. Everybody wants to hear that. So when you interview somebody, you are giving them attention and you're giving them admiration. When you give those priceless things to a human being, they will at the minimum like you. And we know that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. We know that. Also, not only do they like you, they get to know you. For those of you that can't see me, I'm on video, but for those, some of you are looking at this video, most of you are listening to this. I have on an NC State hat. North Carolina State University is where I went to college, and I have an NC State shirt on because for an interview today, I was interviewing a young lady that was connected to NC State. She already knew that I went to NC State, but just seeing it, she's like, oh, hey, get to know you, like you, trust you. You build fast friends through interviews. You build fast friends through interviews. It's so much easier to sell to people that know you and like you. The interview method. And then the last thing, nobody does this at all. I know people don't do this. And this is the last thing I'm going to say before we end this. Do a video sales letter for your ideal client. This is how last year I made like $70,000 in virtual speaking engagements by doing this. It's the closest thing to stealing money without stealing money that I can think of. You do a video sales letter for your ideal client, and then you pay them to watch it. People's minds are going to be blown right now. I've shared this a few times. Again, most people don't do it. But I want you to think about it like this. And all of this is connected to public speaking, by the way. You host the Inspirational Informational Summit. You could be the speaker, or you could hire a speaker if you have your own business and you don't want to speak. If you're a speaker and you don't have a product, you can be the speaker. You can be the host. Virtual summit, you're interviewing. Interviewing is a public speaking skill. Interview on your own platform, podcast, YouTube channel, again, interviewing. And then video sales letter is you really talking publicly to a camera and recording it. So all is connected to public speaking. That's why it's called Public Speaking Profits. So a video sales letter, what is that? You're selling something in a video to a particular client. So if I am a personal trainer, what I would do is, if I need to get some business and I know that I want to target executives, I would go on, I don't know, LinkedIn or something. And I'm just making this up as I'm going, but I'm giving you an example. I would go on LinkedIn and say, here's a brand new, better yet, I'm going to use this example because I need a haircut. I'm going to use this example. This is going to be better. Y'all are going to like this. So I have a beard and I have, hair, a little bit of hair. I still have hair. So my barber charges me like $20 to cut my beard and shave and all that stuff. If my barber wanted to, let's say, start using luxury services, maybe he washes my beard and gives a pedicure or something like a deluxe package or whatnot. If I was my barber, I would go to all the clients that I've served and say, hey, I'm looking to offer a luxury package for my elite clients. Watch this video. If you watch the video and then you fill out the form and share the video with 2 of your friends, I will give you $30 cash, or I'll give you 2 free haircuts. However you want to compensate the people, and do that. So track with me really quick. And this is the last example, and then we'll be done. But you have 100 clients. Let's just say, I'm just using round numbers. You have 100 clients and you ask them to do that. Let's say it's $30. You're going to give them $30 cash. If 100 people take you up on that deal, I want you to track with me with these numbers. 100 people watch this video and you have to pay them. You're on the hook to pay them $30. That's $3,000 that you paid. If you're selling a service that's maybe it's luxury, again, let's use round numbers. It's $100. Instead of $20 for a haircut, it's going to be $100 and you get all this stuff. Out of the 100 that watched the video, let's say 20, just 20 of them say, you know what, man? Shoot, I'm about to get me a deluxe package. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. $100 times 20. You're at $2,000. Odell, I'm still on the hook for $1,000 because I paid wait a minute. Remember what they had to do to get that $30? They had to share with 2 people. So you have 100 people that shared it with 2 people. That's 200 other people that you may or may not know at all. And let's say out of those 200 other people, Out of those 200 other people, you get a smaller percentage. You get 10% of those people. 10%. You got 20 of your warm clients. You got 10%, which is another 20 people that get your $100 package. That's another $2,000. You made $4,000 to advertise. Public speaking made you $4,000 to advertise. To advertise it. Think about that. And insert your business. I did that because I know exactly who I want to hire me to speak. I did that last year, booked 23 speeches, made over $70,000. I've done it multiple times, and that's the best that has worked. This year didn't work as well. I didn't make as much. I'm gonna have to wait for all the changes and schedules, but the way February is looking, it won't be 70,000, but it'll be close. Doing the same thing. So I said all that to say, just to kind of run it back for those of you, maybe you were halfway listening, maybe you were cutting the grass, maybe you was on the toilet and you left your phone somewhere, whatever it was. The biggest mistake that people make is they think their deliverable is their business. Remember that everybody's in show business. Your job is to figure out and find more qualified people to show your solution to. The 4 ways you do that is through hosting a live inspirational informational seminar, hosting a virtual summit, interviewing your ideal client, or doing a video sales letter for your ideal client. Wash, rinse, and repeat. If you want to learn more about how you can use public speaking to more than double your revenue, make sure you visit publicspeakingprofits.com. I've got a web class coming up. You should come, because if you think what I shared with you, if you think this, like I just told you what to do in that class, I'm going to give you insight on exactly how you can do it, specifically in 2 markets that most people don't even know about. I'm Odell. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your attention. I'm out.